Okay. Hello everyone, Artemu the Violet Wizard here, and today is the start of our stream series on a game that I've been really excited to play for quite some time. So this is The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask. This game has definitely been a game that I've been excited to get to show on this channel and to be able to talk about in great length. So this game is a direct follow-up to the highly successful Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, and it's definitely quite the impressive feat for the Nintendo 64. You can tell that they really pushed the limits of that system with this particular game. In fact, I'm pretty sure that this game required the expansion pack to actually be playable on the Nintendo 64, so definitely shows a lot of the effort put into this. This is quite the unique game as far as Zelda games go, as while it does borrow a lot of elements from Ocarina, the overall game structure and its theming and stuff is very different from what we saw in the previous game. And that can be alienating to a lot of players who experienced the original Nintendo 64 game, but this one is just phenomenal. My personal opinion, this is easily one of the best games in the entire Zelda series. And it is definitely in my top 5 favorite Zelda games. It is that good. We have, now that we've gotten that little intro taken care of, get to see the title. There's nothing left to do but just to jump right in. So now, before that we start this adventure, I did do a practice stream. Well, I did a little bit of practice to see if the game would be able to run on the current hardware that I'm using in order to record this, and it should all be good from what I have seen. So we're going to go ahead and start our file. So this game is a direct follow-up to the story of Ocarina of Time. So playing through that game is definitely good if you want to get some context to a little bit of what's going on here, but all you need to know, really, is that this game stars the same protagonist as Ocarina. So, like with most Zelda games, you play as Link. And since I've already done a playthrough of Ocarina on my Twitch channel, and I've already uploaded all of the VODs from that playthrough onto my YouTube account, it makes sense to name our protagonist the same name that I gave our protag in Ocarina, which is my own name, Hayden. Just gonna go ahead and enter that, and we'll be good to go. Alright, I'm definitely excited for this one. Let us begin. In the land of Hyrule, there echoes a legend held dearly by the royal family. A boy who, after battling evil and saving Hyrule, crept away from the land that had made him a legend. Done with the battles he once waged across time, he embarked on a journey, a secret and personal journey. A journey in search of a beloved and invaluable friend. A friend with whom he parted ways when he finally fulfilled his heroic destiny and took his place among legends. Yep, we're definitely not in Kokiri Forest anymore. If there's anywhere in Hyrule she could be, it would be here. Keep going, Epona. What is it, girl? Do you hear something?
You two fairies did great! I wonder if he has anything good on him. Huh, this guy. Well, that shouldn't be a problem. I already know what this kid's capable of. Roll over. Let's see here. Ooh, shiny! Ooh, what a pretty ocarina! Hey, Skull Kid, let me touch it. I want to see. You can't, Tail. What would we do if you dropped it and broke it? No way. You can't touch it. Aw, but sis, why can't I try it out too?
Ugh, my head. Huh? Excuse me.
What ocarina? Huh. Sayonara, sucker!
Hey! I big horse snapped! Come on, you! Get off my horse! No! Ah, man. Gotta get Epona back from that Skull Kid. So welcome into the game. Once more, we get to play as Link, our hero from Ocarina. He's got some pretty basic equipment on him, both a Hylian shield as well as his Kokiri sword. So quickly show off our basic controls here, since it's pretty much a very similar control scheme to how things were back in Ocarina. You can easily move around, you can adjust the position of the camera in order to give yourself a good look at your surroundings. With your sword, you're able to cut down bushes like these things in order to find some nice loot that you can occasionally find. Main thing you're going to watch out for are those little gems, as those are rupees. They are the main form of currency that we'll be using in this world in order to purchase things. So we've got to chase after the Skull Kid. Quite the very impressive introduction here, getting just having Link being on this journey only to get his horse and his ocarina taken away by the Skull Kid, who, if you don't know, is another resident of the woods that we encountered during our adventures in Ocarina. Only this time, something seems a bit different with this Skull Kid. Anyway, let's just leap on over here and head into this doorway. Whoa! Oh, God! Trust in the mask. Let it be your guide. Ow! My tushy! Huh?
What's with that stupid horse of yours? It doesn't listen to a word that's said to it. There's no point in riding a thing like that, so I did you a favor and got rid of it.
swear if you harmed a single hair on her head.
Aw, boo-hoo. Why the sad face? I just thought I'd have a little fun with you. Oh, come now. Do you really think you can beat me as I am now? Fool!
What's happening? Mad Scrubs! Hey, back off! What's happening to me?
Ooh, huh?
Oh no! I'm all wooden!
Now that's a good look for you. You'll stay here looking that way forever. Hey, stay back, kid.
Sis!
Whoa, Skull Kid! Wait for me! I'm still here! Tail, you can't leave without me!
Stupid door.
You! If I wasn't dealing with you, I would have gone separated from my brother. Well, don't just sit there, Deku boy. Do something. Why are you looking at me like that? What? Is there something stuck on my face? Stop staring and just open that door for me. Please? Come on. A helpless little girl is asking you, so hurry up.
Oh, Tail. I wonder if that child will be all right on his own. So yeah, quite the interesting turn of events. So Link is now in the form of a Deku Scrub, these plant-like creatures native to the land of Hyrule. So this form, we no longer have access to our sword and shield. But there's some other things we'll be able to take care of in a bit. But for now, the only thing we can do is follow this little fairy.
Hey, wait for me! Don't leave me behind! So, that stuff back there, I, apologize. So take me with you. You want to know about that Skull Kid who just ran off, right? Well, I just so happen to have an idea of where he might be going. Take me with you, and I'll help you out. Deal? Please? Good! So then it's settled. Now then, I'll be your partner. Or at least until we catch that Skull Kid. My name's Tattle, so, it's nice to meet you, or whatever. Now we got all that straightened out, can we stop messing around and get moving? If I figure something out, press up and I'll tell it to you. Hopefully you'll manage to get by without my help until then.
What a strange girl. So yep, we have ourselves a fairy companion to help us out here. Tattle is basically the equivalent of Navi from Ocarina, in that she will be our fairy companion, offering us tips and advice as we're going about our journey. We stay on this flower here, we already get a bit of a hint from Tattle.
Hey, if I call you, press up right away. I can tell you're not very used to your Deku Scrub body yet. Alright, listen up. If you press and hold A as a Deku Scrub while standing on a Deku flower, you can dive into it. If you wait a bit before releasing A, you'll launch out of the flower. Press A while flying to descend. Did you get that?
Yes.
Are you sure? One more thing. Press A when you're on the ground to perform a spin attack.
It's very useful advice. So, with our new Deku Scrub anatomy, we're able to employ the use of these Deku flowers, being able to launch ourselves into the air and then cross over short gaps. Quite the useful ability. We'll definitely be making use of this as we go about our journey in search of Skull Kid. So the flowers here are quite interesting. So as long as you're in the air, you technically don't have a limit on this. I mean, you kind of do with how you're in the air. You will slowly descend down if you don't press anything. But there is a limit to how far you're able to travel with the flowers. So whenever you start seeing Link starting to kick his feet, that means he is about at the limit of how far you can go. And the distance you can travel will also be unique compared to which flower you are using. So definitely bear that in mind as we're going through here. By opening up this chest, we got a Deku Nut. Press B while flying to drop a Deku Bomb. Upon impact, it makes a blinding flash, freezing enemies in their tracks. So probably not really going to be making use of this item as we are going about things in this session, but still quite handy. So in order to equip an item, you just need to go into the inventory screen, and then you can set it to one of the 3 C buttons. Either C left, C right, or C down. Of course, if you're playing the 3DS version of this game, there are other buttons that you can set items towards, but since we are playing the N64 version, that is what we are limited to. So while we're on the inventory screen here, I also want to showcase the other things that you can see on the screen. So we have a map that is currently covered in clouds there, not much we can do. We have the quest status screen, which will show our equipment as well as other important things that we'll be gaining over the course of our journey. And then we have this window that doesn't have anything yet, but you'll want to remember that for later as it will be very integral on our journey. Anyway, it's time to hop in this flower here and keep moving. So we want to make a left turn there, so that we'll have enough distance launched from this flower to make it over to this platform.
Hey you, come on, press Z and talk to me.
So you're able to lock on using the Z button, or Z button if you're, weird. And then press up to have Tattle give you some advice there.
There you go. See, you can do it if you try. When I fly over to people or objects, use Z to look at them so you can talk to them. Use Z targeting to talk to people even if they're far away. Or if there's no one to target, you can use Z to look straight ahead. But enough about that for now. Come over to this tree and check it out.
Alright, we'll do just that. Oh, that's another thing I just demonstrated there. When you are in the air and you have a Deku Nut equipped, you can actually launch them downward on certain enemies. Could be useful as we're going farther into this journey.
It's strange, but the way you look right now sort of looks like this tree. It looks all dark and gloomy, almost like it could start crying any second now. How sad.
Yeah, that is quite the mournful little landmark over here. Well, we're just going to move on. I'm sure that's not going to be important later. God, I love this effect with the twisting corridor. Oh, it's so good. Moving forward, we appear to be in an old building. So yeah, definitely you can tell the atmosphere of this opening is very different compared to how things were in Ocarina. And it definitely sets a precedence for what we are going to expect to see as we're going about this journey. There's not much else we can see in this building, so how about we head to the exit? You've met with a terrible fate, haven't you? I own the Happy Mask Shop. I travel far and wide of search of masks. During my travels, a very important mask was stolen from me by an imp in the woods. So here I am at a loss. And now I found you. Now, don't think me rude, but I have been following you. For I know of a way to return you to your former self. If you can get back the precious item that was stolen from you, I will return you to normal. In exchange, all I ask is that you also get back my precious mask that the imp stole from me. What? Is it not a simple task? Why, to someone like you, it should by no means be a difficult task. Except, the one thing is, I'm a very busy fellow, and I must leave this place in 3 days. How grateful I would be if you could bring it back to me before my time here is up. But yes, you'll be fine. I see you're young and have tremendous courage. I'm sure you'll find it right away. Well then, I'm counting on you. So this NPC should be familiar to you if you played Ocarina. This is the owner of the Happy Mask Shop in Castletown. What he's doing in a place like this, I do not know. Also, if you just look at the collection of masks he has on his backpack, quite a few interesting designs, including one that looks like Mario. Must be a fan. Well, he apparently knows a way to return us back to our normal form. So, how about we take him up on that offer and go searching for the Skull Kid? Let's go. Dawn of the first day. 72 hours remain. South Clock Town.
He gives me the creeps. That mask salesman was the... Sorry, just thinking out loud. But 3 days? Even if we never sleep, that still leaves us with a measly 72 hours. Talk about demanding! Well, don't just stand there. We're going to see the Great Fairy. Look, you want to find the Skull Kid, don't you? The Great Fairy will know what he's up to. She watches over everything. And just between you and me, the Skull Kid is no match for the Great Fairy. Go to the shrine near the North Gate. You'll find the Great Fairy in there.
So welcome to Clock Town. This area is going to serve as our main hub in our adventure here in this game. Ah! The little schnauzer just tackled me. Little brute. So yeah. So we definitely have a lot to see. He's in the water now. All he could do is doggy paddle. Oh, he got back up. Ow! The little bitch. Alright, so here in Clock Town, when going through this area, highly recommend talking to as many NPCs as you can. Hey, aren't you going to the Great Fairy Shrine near the North Gate? Whoa, look at the time. You don't even have 3 days left. Whenever you're out and about, go ahead and talk to the NPCs around town. This poster's an eyesore. What a sorry collection of cowards. Yeah. Woo. We can look at this poster, maybe. Yeah, we can check it with Tattle. Recruiting soldiers. Protect peace and uphold justice with us. Core recruiter, Biskin. Interesting. But yeah, highly recommend talking to everyone around here. So if we approach the gate here, stop right there, Deku Scrub. Do you intend to return to the swamp alone? It's dangerous outside the town wall, so I cannot allow a child like you to leave unaccompanied. You're not allowed to pass through here without an adult or until you're old enough to carry a weapon. So sadly, as long as we're in our Deku form, we're not going to be able to leave town. So we're going to have to find another means of being able to maneuver around here. Hey, apprentice, don't just stand around looking at the sky all day. Oh, we can see another Deku flower over here. Let's look at this. Wait, hang on. Man, this guy's got propeller hair. So cool. This is my private property. Don't try using it when I'm not around. So got another Deku scrub here. I've already sold out my wares and the carnival hasn't even begun. I'm thinking of closing up shop so I can buy a gift for my wife and return to her in my village. I've heard a stone called the Moon's Tear shines brighter than any other in the land. If you've got one, I'd really like to get it from you. My wife would love it. If you give it to me, I'll give you my spot here. Deku flower included. So certain NPCs will ask you in order to give certain items. Sadly, we don't have a Moon's Tear to give him. Would you accept a nut? Do you have one? You're a Deku scrub, so you know just how convenient a Deku flower can be. If you don't hurry, I'll give it to another Deku scrub. Yearly scrub gets the nut.
Ow! Hey, I was in the middle of a business transaction.
This dog is so rude.
What does it have against plant people anyway?
Ugh. Alright. So, yeah, this Deku scrub over here, he's actually what's known as a business scrub. He's not going to be giving up that flower unless we're able to make it worth his while. So we got to figure out what to do. Oh, look at this. We got an owl statue. Ye who hold the sacred sword, leave proof of your encounter. Well, we can't use our sword in this form, so... Oh, a mailman. Alright, that's about everything we can do in South Clocktown for now. So, how about we take Tattle's advice and head to the North Gate? Passing through this doorway, we're able to get to North Clocktown. This area definitely has a lot we can see. We can see a postman over here just going about his business. I'm currently on the job. If I stop to talk, it'll disrupt my schedule. It'll probably be important to talk to later. For now, just want to look around here and see what we can get. So demonstrating here, we can actually do an attack with our Deku scrub form, where you spin around and cut things down with your hat. It's quite nice for being able to handle things. But, so want to show up here, so we can see up in that tree is a piece of heart. That is something we're definitely going to want to try to get. But sadly, in our Deku form, we're not going to be able to get this thing. Yep, we can try to climb up the slide, but it's not going to help out here. So what are we going to do? Ooh, we got a creepy balloon with that mask on it. And we have this kid over here who's trying to shoot it with a blow dart here.
What do you want, Shrimp? I'm busy practicing with my blowgun. If you can't pop that balloon, then don't mess with Jim.
Okay. We can also find this fellow here in North Clocktown.
What's this? Green clothes? White fairy? Sir, could you by chance be a forest fairy? Oh my! My name is Tingle. I think I'm the same as you, sir. A forest fairy. Alas, though I'm already age 35, no fairy has come to me yet. My father tells me to grow up and act my age, but why? I tell you, Tingle is the very reincarnation of a fairy. Now, while I stand here waiting for a fairy of my own, I sell maps to help out my father. Lucky, lucky! You're so lucky to have a fairy. I know. We should be friends. Yes. In exchange, I'll sell you a map for cheap as a sign of my friendship. Will you buy one of Tingle's maps?
So able to buy a map from Tingle here. You can buy either a Clocktown map for 5 rupees or a Woodfall map for 40 rupees. Obviously, we're going to take the Clocktown map.
Yippee!
You got a map of Clocktown. Now you can find your way around town. The red arrow on the map shows where you entered. The yellow arrow shows your current location.
Well, call again. Tingle, tingle, Kulu Limpa! These are the magic words that Tingle created himself. Don't steal them.
So this guy here, Tingle, made his debut in Majora's Mask and has made countless appearances in other Zelda games afterwards. Quite the interesting recurring character, and yeah, just with the manner he speaks and dresses, he is certainly a weird one. Nothing more we need to worry about with him for the time being. But I want to show if we head over this way, we have this cave over to the west side of this area, leading into a fairy fountain.
Oh no, the Great Fairy!
Look at all these things. So what do we have here?
Young one, please hear my plea. I've been broken and shattered to pieces by the masked skull kid. Please find the once stray fairy lost in town and bring her to this fairy fountain.
If you're injured, these little pixies here would be able to restore your health. So yep, apparently the Great Fairy has been attacked and split into these little pixies here. And we're going to need to figure out a way to save her. But before we do that, there's another Deku flower we can access in this area. And if we launch it over here, we are able to just barely get over this fence and are able to access this area. Deku Scrub Playground down this hole. Geronimo! By heading down into this hole, we can get to a pretty elusive area. We got some business scrubs over here. How about it? Will the young one play? One game's 10 rupees. Yeah, I'll play. Alright then, use this Deku flower and have fun. If the time it takes you to get all the rupees is faster than the current record, you get an extravagant prize. But if you fall down below just once, it's over. Best time for today's game is 1 minute 15 seconds. Get all the rupees faster than that. Okay, burr into the Deku flower. Game begins the moment you jump out. So here we got ourselves a mini game we can play. So we just gotta launch ourselves out of the flower and then maneuver our way to these platforms that also have Deku flowers. And we'll want to try to grab all the rupees we can here. So for this mini game, in this round, the platforms will be rising up and down. So what you want to do to have an easy time of this, wait until the platform is about as high as it can go, and then you should be able to launch yourself to the next platform pretty easily. Alright, so let's go to this one in the middle here. We should have about 3 platforms left to take care of. Now, this current minigame we're playing is also part of a mission that we'll definitely want to take care of, but for now, let's just focus on playing the game. Alright, I'm not sure if we'll be able to have enough distance to reach this one. We might just barely... There we go! Okay, it's all over! Whew, that was close. 1 minute and 94 milliseconds? Amazing! It's a new record! Just take this! So by doing that, we get a purple rupee. It's worth 50 rupees. Your face is beaming. I'll record this time. So, what's your name, little one? Hayden? That's a strange name for a Deku scrub. If you can, come by again tomorrow. So that we'll definitely want to remember. So I forgot to mention this earlier, but the rupees you collect come in different colors, and each one denotes its value. Night of the first day, 60 hours remain. Oh yeah, I guess this is something I didn't even bring up earlier. So yeah, you see on the bottom screen how is this little icon there? So that actually denotes our time. So this game is going to be running a 3-day cycle. And we are currently on the, if we can watch the dial hit the middle there. So we're now at around 7 p.m. on the first day. So yeah, we definitely used up a lot of time here. That Skull Kid's gone too far. We can't just let this happen. Quick, we have to find the stray fairy in town and return the Great Fairy to normal. Whoa, look at the time. You don't even have 3 days left. But yeah, this game is under a timer where, as was suggested by the masked salesman, we have 3 days in order to try and accomplish things in this cycle. Otherwise, he is going to leave. Also, just want to quickly show in this area, by going to first-person view, we can get a good view of things from a high vantage point. So we can see there's another piece of heart up on that ledge at the clock tower. And if we look further up, the moon is looking quite ominous tonight. Alright, if we head down here, this is actually the laundry pool. It's an area we haven't been to yet. La la la! They said I was too loud when I practiced in my room. They got mad. Now I'm sad. I'll just stay here all night and away from their pad. And you're a child, so you must go to bed. It's got this guy here playing his weird instrument. This guy's name is actually Guru, as we saw back in Ocarina. And look at here, we got a little frog over here by the laundry pool. So that's something we'll probably want to look out for sometime in the future. It might be useful to us later. Okay, so it's kind of getting my wires crossed with this particular part. So in order to find the fragment of the Great Fairy, you need to be in a specific area. During the day, you can find the fairy fragment in the laundry pool, but at night, you can find it over here in East Clocktown. I like to consider the eastern section of the town as the entertainment district, as this area has a lot of different mini-games we can experience.
Please hear my plea! The Muskoke has broken me apart and scattered my pieces! Please find a way to return me to the fairy fountain in North Clocktown!
Yes, we shall. So by making contact with the fragment there, we now have what we came looking for. So I know I'm kind of passing over a lot of the different details we can see here around town, but trust me, this will be important for later. Ooh, given the time we're currently at, there's something I want to do here. You can see this smiling fellow here. I'm not doing anything suspicious. Really? Okay, so want to be here around 12 o'clock midnight, as there is something that will happen here in North Clocktown that we want to watch out for. So let's stand around here. And, oh look, there's an old lady. Wonder what she's doing here. Oh look, there's the smiling man. What's he doing? Ouch! Watch out! Stop! Thief! Give the old lady her luggage back! Oh, what a creep! He was stealing that lady's bag! Come here, you! I'll get you! Hey, kid, I don't want to talk to you! Yeah, sadly in her current form, the Deku Scrub is not strong enough to stop the thief. Way to go, guy! You just let a criminal get away! God, what a loser. Oh my, and I thought we would finally be able to stock bomb bags in her store. What a shame. So yeah, because of our weak body, we were unable to stop that lady from being mugged. And we also got a hint that she runs the bomb shop. That will be quite useful for us to remember for later, perhaps. So anyway, now we've taken care of that, it's about time that we return this Great Fairy piece back to her sisters.
Whee!
Oh my!
Tattle, and you, young one of the altered shape, thank you for returning my broken and shattered body to normal. I am the Great Fairy of Magic.
I thought that masked child was helping me, and I grew careless. All I can offer you now is this. I shall grant you magic power as a sign of my gratitude. Please accept it.
Oh, magic! That'll certainly be useful to us.
Whoa! I feel powerful!
Yeah! You've been granted magic power. In your current form, press B to shoot Bubble Blast. Press and hold B to blow a big bubble. Release B to shoot it. Your magic power decreases when you shoot. Replenish it with magic jars and potions.
The man who lives in the observatory outside of town may know of the Skull Kid's whereabouts, but be careful. You must not underestimate that child's powers, kind young one. If ever you return to your former shape, come see me. I shall give you more help.
So yep, the Great Fairy there was able to offer us the power of magic. And with this, we now have a new method of attack as the Deku Scrub. So as she suggested, we now have the ability to blow a little snot bubble, which we can then release to fire it out. It's quite the useful ability, though yeah, this one is going to be a little tricky to fully get to use. Alright, so I want to show there, we've been collecting a couple rupees while we're in the area. And after we hit 99 rupees, the number down there on the corner of the screen has turned green. That indicates that we have hit the limit on how many rupees we are able to carry. So starting the game off, we can only carry 99 rupees. We are going to want to fix that. So, something that I would like to take care of is I want to head here into West Clock Town. We can see these ladies here practicing a dance. Don't bother us. They seem a little awkward at the moment. I see another kid here. What does he have to say?
What's with you? You're wearing a weird hat for a Deku. Did you come to town to play? I bet nobody would play with you, right? The adults are all busy getting ready for the carnival. The old astronomer at the observatory outside town is the only one who spent any time playing with us kids. We bombers have our hideout at the observatory. You have to take a secret route to get to it. Oh, don't be telling Jim in North Clock Town I told you that.
So definitely want to check in with Jim in a bit. However, want to save that for a little bit, just given our current time here. Hey there, little guy, won't you deposit some rupees? Nowadays, even if people have money, they don't deposit any. Nothing! Nothing! So for a limited time, I'll give you a special gift based on how much you deposit. For example, if you deposit 200 rupees, you'll get an item that holds a lot of rupees. So what'll it be? Oh, well, with an offer like that, how can we refuse? So thinking here, want to deposit 89 rupees. That should be good enough. Seriously? That's a lot. A lot. So, little guy, what's your name? Hayden, is it? Got it. I won't forget your deposits. Let me stamp you with my special ink. Hey, relax. It doesn't leave any marks, and it's not gonna hurt. There. Now I'll know you when I see you. Alright, little guy. Now I've got a total of 89 rupees for you. Come back and deposit some after you save up a bunch. So this guy here is the Clock Town Banker. You're able to deposit your collected rupees here in order to have a nice storage space for them, as well as to get certain rewards in this area. And trust me, you'll want to deposit as many rupees as you can here, if you want to get everything you possibly can in this adventure. Clocktown Bank. Come on, what are you doing? You can ask Jim about the secret route to the observatory. Whoa, look at the time. You don't even have 3 days left. Yep, it's almost the start of the second day here. So I like to consider this area the commercial district of Clocktown, as this area has a lot of shops we can see.
Secret route to the observatory? How do you know about that? Only Jim and us are supposed to know about that secret route.
Oh man, what's happening to the screen? It's getting very condensed. Dawn of the second day. 48 hours remain. So now we move on to the second day here in Clocktown. We have 48 hours in order to complete our objective. So yeah, time really flies by in this game. So we're gonna want to take care of things here. We'll deal with Jim in a bit. We know that in order to progress, we're gonna need to talk to Jim in order to advance through the story. But, seeing as how it's a new day, I want to stop by the Deku Scrub Playground. Want to make sure you go in here with at least 10 rupees in order to get another shot at this game. Hey guys, try setting a new record again today, young Hayden. 1 game's 10 rupees? Yeah, I'll play. Alright then, use this Deku Flower and have fun. If the time it takes to get all the rupees faster than the current record, you get an extravagant prize. But if you fall down below just once, it's over. Best time for today's game is 1 minute 15 seconds, so pretty much the same as last time. So yeah, this time we got ourselves some moving platforms here. They'll be moving in a horizontal pattern in about a circular fashion. So for this one, I recommend just being very careful and predicting when the... too bad, you're done. Okay, so we're gonna have to come back here for that. For the record, the only reason I keep coming back in here is because if we're able to get a... what we need to do is we needed to try and win that game once each day. So we have 3 days in order to be able to achieve what I want to do here. Luckily, getting rupees isn't too bad. If you just keep cutting down these bushes here, you should be able to get a good amount. In fact, we'll want to just leave this area and come back. But yeah, with that particular game with the Deku Scrubs, that one can definitely be tricky due to the horizontal movement of the platforms. So that's something to bear in mind with this game. So what I would recommend is try to hover in a certain spot with the flower and try to drop down just as the platform is coming towards you. Luckily, if you use the camera, you should be able to get a good idea on when the platforms are coming. So yeah, this one may take a few attempts for us to do. At the moment, I am going to prioritize beating the Deku Scrub game here above all else. Like, we'll handle Jim and the Bombers in a bit, but for now, I want to focus on this game here. I'm just gonna want to hover about here, pay attention to the location of your shadow to get a good idea where the platforms are, and you should be good. Alright, can we drop? Nope. Alright, we just barely didn't get that one. Luckily, the rupees that we win in the game still count to our total, so we were able to get enough rupees to play another game. Yeah, I'm just going to be doing this for a little bit while we wait things out, because we have plenty of time in order to speak with Jim and gain access to the observatory. So for now, let's just wing it and see what we can do. Alright, very good there. Alright, we got this platform here. Let's jump around this spot, hover right here, and drop! Let me grab this one. So you do want to be quick at this. So what I recommend is start by heading into the... just try to direct yourselves towards the middle and then work your way out. And you should be good here. Okay, we got that one. Okay, so let's jump here. Alright, we're able to grab that one, and we just got one more to do. Alright, the last one should be heading just over here. We got plenty of time to grab this. Just wait and drop. There we go. Okay, it's all over. Whew, that was close. Amazing, it's a new record. Take this. So by doing that, we're able to get another purple rupee. Come again, young Hayden. That is very nice. So yeah, playing this game here is a very good way to accumulate rupees. I definitely recommend coming here as much as you can and playing in order to collect rupees. Because, yeah, it'll definitely be pretty useful to us. But now we've taken care of that, it's time to move on to the main event here. So we want to shoot a slime bubble at the balloon. And now we can talk to Jim here. Are you the one who just popped that up there? Not bad for a Deku scrub. We bombers have a hideout that leads to the observatory outside town. You need a code to get in. Maybe I'll tell you what it is. But don't think you're getting it that easily. I can't just tell you what the code is. You'll have to pass my test first. Are you ready? Sure thing, kid. All right, line up, guys. Hop, hop, hop. If you can find all 5 of us by tomorrow morning, I'll teach you the code. Are you ready? Heh, he fell over. So got ourselves a new game here. We have to look around Clock Town and try to find all of the kids. This guy's just kind of chilling over here. Oh. Alright, that was annoying because he went into the doorway, and I ended up crossing the point where we would actually have to pass through the door in order to be able to move on. That's annoying. So yeah, we just need to chase after these kids, and yep, it's not too bad. Ah, you caught me! Now there are only 4 left. So all you really need to do is just keep doing the spin attack, as that does propel you forward a bit faster than simply walking. And try to get the kids into a corner. It's pretty much the best way in order to deal with them. Yes, Tattle? Oh, why do we have to play these stupid brats' little games? Come on, hurry up and find them already! Only a couple hours left until morning. Sure, you probably noticed from her dialogue, but Tattles definitely has a lot more personality going with her compared to Navi did in the previous game. And I quite like that about her. She's definitely a lot snappier and definitely a lot more aggressive compared to how Navi was. Alright, this kid's hanging over here. So this was the kid that was riding a Kuko in order to fly away from us. But he's on the ground now, so he shouldn't be too hard to get to. Yeah, I highly recommend trying to corner the kids. Ah, you caught me! And there are only 2 left! Night of the 2nd day, 36 hours remain. Oh boy, we need to speed things up if we're gonna get these kids. Okay, we have one up here by an area we haven't been to yet, but we'll be checking it out soon. Just wanna jump up here, we can leap on up. Aw, you caught me! Now there's only 1 left! Alright, I'm gonna speed things along just because we only have a few more hours left in this day, and we're gonna need to get all the kids in a single night if we're gonna be able to do this. So the last kid we need to go to is going to be in the commercial district. So let's just head to West Clock Town, and we'll find him. There you are. There we go. Aw, no way! You finally got me! And with that, we beat the bombers. You're pretty good for a Deku scrub. If only you were human, then I could give you an original bomber's notebook and make you a member. What do you guys think? No way! No scrubs! I guess not. Once we let some kid who wasn't human join our gang, and boy did we ever regret it. Sorry. But I'll teach you the code, just like I promised.
I can tell you only once, though, so pay close attention. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The code is 13425. The entrance to our hideout is in East Clocktown. So 13425. Honestly, that one's not too bad. So, the thing with the bomber's code, every time you start a new save file, it will randomly generate what the code you need to use in order to access this area is. If you want to pass through here, you have to say the secret code. Alright, this is pretty easy for us to do since we just completed the game. So we just do enter the code here, and we're good. That's right! If you know the code, you remember, right? Okay, here you go. There's a lot of cool stuff at that telescope guy's place. Oh yeah, and the Bomber Secret Society and Justice Forever. So by entering that, we can finally enter this secret area. So this place is pretty much the sewers below Clocktown. Quite the elusive little area. This actually brings to mind a lot of moments where, as a kid, me and my brothers would do a lot of exploring around town. But over here we got ourselves an enemy. This is a Skulltula. They are completely armored from the front, so you want to try and take out their belly to take them out. Wonder how the astronomer knows the Skull Kid. Whoa, look at the time! You don't even have 2 days left! Yeah, we're definitely burning the fat here. It's got another balloon we gotta burst, and some pots we can break. So, inside some pots you can find these green jars. Grabbing those will refill your magic, which is definitely going to be necessary as we're going through this journey. There are other ways to replenish your magic, but we'll worry about those later. We head over here, we can grab some rupees in those pots, and look who it is! Quite the familiar face from Ocarina. Yo! Hey, baby! I'm a styling scarecrow, wandering in search of pleasant music. Time will pass in the blink of an eye if you dance with me. If you like, baby, we can forget the time and dance till dawn. Shall we dance? No, thank you. Oh, sorry. That's too bad. In that case, come back anytime if you do decide you want to dance. By the way, I know of a mysterious song that allows you to manipulate the flow of time. Do you want to learn it? Yes, please. Oh, yeah. Now, listen up. If you play that strange song backward, you can slow the flow of time. And if you play each note twice in a row, you can move a half day forward through time. How's that? Pretty interesting, isn't it? But I'm sure I'd like any song written by you better, baby. If you like, you can play one for me. So that scarecrow there definitely offers some interesting advice. You can give him the option to dance, and that will move time forward to 6 a.m. or 6 p.m. So definitely pretty useful if you want to pass the time.
Well, well, a strange-looking child has joined me today. Are you a new friend of the Bombers gang? Your manners seem much better than those of your mischievous friend from the other day. That ill-mannered troublemaker from the other day said he'd break my instruments. He said he'd steal my moon's tear. There was no stopping him. Even now, just watch him. He's probably causing trouble around the clock tower. Will you gaze into the telescope?
So we can use the telescope here at the observatory to get a look at our surroundings here in the outside of Clocktown. So we're able to see the place. It's quite the peaceful little area. And yeah, just want to look around here, try and see if there's any secrets that'd be nice to you. For instance, we can see that there's some rupees up in that tree there, but no real way for us to get there. There's a mountain over there. You can see a bird flying towards us. Probably nothing to worry about that. And we got a good view of the clock tower from here. Hey, what's that? It's that Skull Kid again.
go! Hey, don't you shake your butt at me, you punk! But yeah, you get a good view of your surroundings here with a telescope. Quite nice if you're looking to just get a good view of things around the area.
Well, did you find that troublemaker? And that loud noise? What was that? Perhaps another moon's tear has fallen nearby. Go for that door and take a look outside. But I wonder how that troublemaker got on top of the clock tower. The only way up there is for the clock door. That opens only on the eve of the carnival.
Ah, so now we got a hint as to how we can access the clock tower. So on the eve of the carnival, we're going to want to head over there. But more importantly, we can grab the moon's tear. Its sparkling beauty radiates rather strangely. Quite nice. We'll definitely be seeing some use for this in the future. But yeah, quite a nice view out here. Just heading outside the observatory. It's fenced off so we can't actually venture out into this overworld here, which is a shame. We're not going to be able to access it just yet. Oh look, a Sheikah stone. It's like my heart's being peered right into. That's a disturbing eye. Those things are definitely going to be useful for later. But for now, we'll just move on. Seems like Tattle has something more to say to us. Okay, we went to a new location, so she's not going to say it. Okay, but thanks to the observatory here, we're able to acquire not only a moon's tear, but we also got information on how to access the clock tower. So we'll definitely want to head up there in a bit. Okay, I think... yeah, we already took out the Skulltula, so we don't need to worry about it attacking us. Yeah, those guys can be nasty in your current form since you don't have your sword. Make it really difficult to fight. Don't you remember that Deku Scrub who wanted the moon's tear? Don't tell me you forgot. Whoa, look at the time! You don't even have 2 days left. Yep, it is steadily getting close to the dawn of the 3rd day. So how about we move on out of here? So now that we've taken care of things at the observatory, be sure to remember the code to access this area, as that will be important later. Ooh, what do we have here? The Indogogos, the Zora band that's revived the deep sea sound with its famous song, will be playing at the Carnival of Time. Contact Madame Aroma regarding performances and details. That's something we'll want to remember for later. Deposit mail here. Ka-ching! So we have some mailboxes here that you can access, but we don't have any mail we need to send out. So we're just going to leave that be. Also, whenever you're out and about, be sure to talk to the kids again. Do you remember the code? It's 13425. So yeah, talk to the kids while you're still in this 3-day cycle, and they will tell you the code. Pretty as simple if you want to be able to access the bomber's hideout again. But yeah, definitely keep that code in mind for the future. What's this guy doing? Bremer, don't be standing around looking at your feet all day! Something else to note about the time system in this game. You want to try and talk to the NPCs at least once each day, as they will usually have something new to say every single day. Bah! I won't run! I'm sticking with my parents! I'm different from you, cowards! And we're just gonna let the clock run out here in a bit. Nope, don't attack me! Dawn of the final day. 24 hours remain. So now we're on the final day. You definitely want to try to get your affairs in order. Otherwise, stuff could turn really bad. The town's carnival's starting to look a little iffy. I'm thinking of closing up shop so I can get a gift from my wife and return to her in my village. I've heard a stone called the Moon's Tear shines brighter than any other in the land. If you've got one, I'd really like to get it from you. My wife would love it. Give it to me, I'll give you my spot here. So now that we've acquired the Moon's Tear, we're gonna want to give it to this man. Plant.
Oh, that stone! You must hand it over to me. In exchange, I'll give you my spot here, Deku Flower included. Yes?
You traded the Moon's Tear for a land title deed.
You really helped me out. Now I have the perfect souvenir for my wife. She hasn't set eyes on a jewel or strange sparkling stone like this in a very long time. The title deed for the spot should be in high demand among Deku scrubs, but you already know that. If you don't need it anymore, you can always sell it.
That'll be useful to remember for later. But with that, we have exchanged the Moon's Tear for the land title deed, giving us access to this flower, which we can now hop into. So the gold flowers, you can usually expect to launch you higher than the regular pink flowers, which is quite nice as this allows us to get over here. And on this platform, you can finally grab a piece of heart. Collect 4 pieces of heart to assemble a new heart container. Each new container you put together will increase the amount of life energy you can have. So starting off in this game, we only have 3 hearts. The door to the clock tower opens only once a year at midnight on the eve of the carnival. We start out with 3 hearts, and by gathering pieces of heart, if you manage to collect 4 of them, we're able to get a new heart, which will definitely be useful for being able to increase the amount of damage we can take from enemies. Alright, so before we head off, we're gonna have to wait a while before we can actually access the clock tower, as it's currently locked. But at least now we have the means of being able to actually go in there. It's like a little detail is that you can see some of the NPCs on the final day are looking a bit more worried. As you can see, this guy just being like, oh man. So if you look up, that moon is getting bigger. Huh. I wonder how big it's gonna get. At that moment you realize, it's not growing. It's getting closer. Yeah, that's something we're gonna want to watch out for. The door to the clock tower opens only once a year at midnight on the eve of the carnival. Yes, we know, Tattle. Thank you. Alright, we could deposit our rupees, but I want to head back into here for one last round of this game. Good luck, young Hayden. Now you can try for free straight days of new records. One game is 10 rupees. Yep, I'll play. Alright then, use this Deku Flower and have fun. So yeah, pretty much the same rules as before. Gotta beat this game in 1 minute and 16 seconds. So, do your best. So for this game, we have a mix of platforms that move both horizontally and vertically. So you'll want to keep that in mind as you're going through this area. Like before, I recommend trying to go to the inside first, and then slowly make your way to the outside. And you should have a pretty decent time of this game. Alright, so we got this guy. We just simply launch up, wait for this platform to get over, drop down. Very good. Alright, so now we need to grab this one here. This one I feel is honestly not too bad. The mix of both the horizontal and the vertical platforms gives you lots of opportunities to try and get the rupees you need. Okay, we're going to launch over to that one in just a bit. We're going to wait for it to get over here, and we'll be good. Alright, let's launch up and grab this last rupee. It's around here. Drop! There we go! Got it in under a minute. So good. 59 seconds! Amazing! A new record! And for 3 days straight? Whoa! We've been had! Well, you're obviously a pro, and pros can't play here. Take this, and don't come back. So by winning this game 3 days in a row, we get ourselves a piece of heart. Such a youthful face. We were really dealing with a fierce competitor. Ah, it's Hayden! Hide! So yep, these guys are now intimidated and will not let us play the game anymore. Oh man, that is fun. This is a very fun interaction with those guys. But yep, thanks to our efforts, we were able to grab all of the... piece of heart that we can grab in our first cycle here, which is very nice indeed. Just hang on a second. I need to take care of something here. So I really don't want to be like this, but if somebody comes into my stream and demands that I do something that I am not comfortable with, you're going to get timed out for a day, okay? I do not want to see that kind of stuff in my streams. Got it? Okay, that awkwardness aside, we got ourselves a couple more hours before we can finally access the clock tower. So, how about we spend this remaining time gathering some rupees to deposit into the bank, as this is going to be very useful to us going forward. One of the things I highly recommend doing in this game, gather as many rupees as you can and deposit them into the bank, as those are going to be integral for getting some things that are very important to us. Okay, we got 97. That should be a good amount to deposit. And since there's really not much else going on with the plot at the moment, I felt it'd be nice to talk about a few things that are going on, since we don't really have much more to discuss at the moment. So, I'm doing pretty well so far. I just got out of doing some work over the weekend, and it was definitely pretty exhausting for a number of reasons. Namely, having to do with the taxi service that I need to be able to access my work. It was definitely rather inconvenient at times, but we were able to get things done, thankfully, so... yeah, I am definitely pretty happy that I have this day off, considering just how things were yesterday. But I'm feeling pretty good right now. It's definitely been very fun to have some time to myself. I've definitely been playing a lot of Genshin Impact lately, and I'm definitely going to be jumping into playing some more of that after this stream, because, oh man, I still got a lot I need to get done. Like, very recently in Genshin, I've decided to start exploring both Natlin and Fontaine, as those areas are pretty important to gather items in order to level up some of the characters that I've been getting recently. So I figure I might as well do some exploring in those areas, and be sure to have some quick and easy warps to the areas where I can grind certain enemies in order to get the resources I need to level up characters. And also been enjoying a couple other little quests I've been doing every now and then. With that said, with the areas I've been exploring recently, my god, Natlin is such a cool area in the game. Like, being able to gain the ability to control these dinosaur creatures and get to use their abilities to explore the region is such a cool concept. I felt like that was a really cool addition to the game. And just overall, Natlin is just such a beautiful area. It and Fontaine are both very beautiful places. Then again, I say that about pretty much every region in the game. Genshin overall has a very good art style. But yeah, I've definitely been having fun playing through that game right now. Definitely been focusing on leveling up my characters, as well as completing a couple quests that we have available to us. But, yep, it's definitely been a pretty fun time at the moment. Concerning some other stuff that's been going on, definitely been making some preparations for some of the later streams I plan on doing after we are done Majora's Mask, which should still be a while before we get to do that. Alright, so we are here at last on the night of the final day. So yeah, I definitely love the emphasis they put on this day above the others. Since the other ones were simply labeled as the first and second day, this one just being labeled the final day just really does a good job of saying to you, like, yeah, you better wrap up everything you can do this day. Otherwise, you are not going to be very happy with things. But yeah, the night of the final day is also where a lot of interactions with NPCs gets really interesting. Let's go ahead and deposit these rupees here. Alright, little guy, now I got a total of 236 rupees from you. What's this? You've already saved up 200 rupees? Well, little guy, here's your special gift. Take it. You got an adult wallet. This is for adults, so it holds a lot of rupees. Now you can carry up to 200 of them. See, doesn't it hold more than your old one? Fill it up and bring it all into deposit. So yeah, I wanted to grab that wallet, as it's gonna make doing some things in the next session we play of this game a heck of a lot easier. Trust me on that one. We look around Clocktown now on the final day. Hey, Deku Kid! You waiting for us to finish the bridge from the festival tower to the clock tower entrance up there? Sorry, my apprentices panicked and ran away. This is all we get for a festival tower. It's not quite tall enough, is it? Sheesh! Even if we went to the top of the festival tower, you wouldn't be able to get up to the clock tower entrance. I apologize for all this. Wish I could scare that moon away. Yeah, but it's certainly a very intimidating set piece. Like, it's almost completely encompassing the sky at this point. Like, it's bad enough that the moon has a face, but the way it just keeps growing bigger and bigger as it gets closer to the planet. And you can see that the Earth is starting to shake because of its gravitational pull. Yeah. I'm starting to suspect why the masked salesman wants us to get his mask back before the end of the final day. Definitely very concerning. So I don't believe there is anything else we need to worry about here. I'm pretty sure most of the NPCs have evacuated on the final day. So we go here, we can see Guru Guru is nowhere to be found. Also, we have this bell over here. Those with business, please ring bell. No solicitors. Curiosity shop. How about we try that? We ring the bell? Nothing happens. I guess everyone truly has begun to evacuate now it's the final day. If we approach this door, it's locked. Nothing more you can do with that. Alright. So I guess that's everything on the laundry pool we can do for now. And I'm pretty sure there's nothing more we're going to be able to see if we go to the other districts. But I guess we could briefly look around. Yeah, but it seems to be mainly just the kids and a few people that are still here. Like, the guards are still at their posts. Even at this point, they're still gonna bar us access to the outside world. If we go over here and check the signs, Honey and Darling Shop, a gaming center, changing daily. Ooh, that's something we'll want to remember. And over here, Town Shooting Gallery. Oh boy, that area. I have some choice words for that shop. Open the chest for something splendid. The thrill of surprise. Treasure chest shop. Ooh, that'll be useful to us, I think. Urgently recruiting. Workers wanted to build the festival tower for the carnival. See Muto. And over here, we check this sign. The Stockpot Inn. Whoop. So now that it is midnight on the final day, The carnival has finally begun. Even though, like, most of the town is evacuated at this point. And now, the way is open. So in order to progress the story here, you needed to be sure you've gotten the moon's tear and traded it for that land title deed so you can access the flower. Quite a few things you need to take care of, but in all honesty, you should be able to get all of that done on your first day. I just kind of faffed about and did a couple other things to speed up the clock a bit. It's the eve of the carnival. I can't even get to the clock tower's stairway entrance. This stinks worse than Dongo breath. This better be the last of the surprises. So now that it is the final couple of hours, you can see that timer down on the screen there, the countdown to doomsday. Once that clock reaches 0, game over. But at long last, don't stop now. Look, you can get up there now. It's time to head to the top.
Sis! Ah, Tail! We've been looking for you two! Hey, Skull Kid! What if you gave that mask you're wearing back now? Hey, come on! Are you listening?
Swamp, mountain, ocean, canyon. Hurry, the 4 who are there. Bring them here.
Don't speak out of line, stupid fairy!
No! What are you doing to my brother? Skull Kid, do you still think you're a friend after that?
Well, whatever. Even if they were to come now, they wouldn't be able to handle me. Just look above you. If it's something that can be stopped, then just try to stop it.
The Skull Kid is accelerating the drop of the moon. We've got to stop this guy. 5 minutes remain until doomsday. He's hovering in the air, so all we can do is shoot a snot bubble at him.
Ah! Ugh, gross!
Our ocarina. Quickly grab it. You got the Ocarina of Time back. Princess Zelda gave you this precious instrument. Set it to C and use A and the 4 C buttons to play it. Press B to stop. Suddenly, memories of Princess Zelda come rushing back to you.
You're already leaving this land of Hyrule, aren't you? Even though it was only a short time, I feel like I've known you forever. I'll never forget the days we spent together in Hyrule. And I believe in my heart that a day will come when I shall meet you again. Until that day comes, please, take this. I am praying your journey be a safe one. If something should happen to you, remember this song.
Let's get ourselves a memory of the last time we got to see Princess Zelda. This is obviously the same Zelda we knew back in Ocarina of Time. Or rather, when we knew her during the child time of the game. With our ocarina, we can press the A button as well as move the C stick in order to play notes. And by doing so, we remembered the Song of Time, This melody, lingering on the edges of your mind, is a song of memories of Princess Zelda. Very fitting, as Zelda was the one who taught us the Song of Time back in Ocarina.
The goddess of time is protecting you. If you play the Song of Time, she will aid you.
Ow!
Snap out of it! What are you doing lost in memories? Get yourself together! Getting that old ocarina back isn't gonna help us! Somebody! Anybody! Goddess of Time! Help us, please! We need more time!
Hello, Jacob. Welcome to the stream here. So now we managed to get our ocarina back from Skull Kid. If you try to attack him with a snot bubble, it's just gonna bounce off him. There is nothing more we can do. Our snot bubbles can't do anything. He's too high up for Deku Nuts to do anything. There is nothing we can do to stop the Skull Kid from dropping the moon and destroying this entire world. We failed. However, now that we have the Ocarina of Time, we might have a chance to be able to do this all over again.
Huh? When'd you get that instrument?
We got ourselves some pipes. It's all good, Jacob. Just happy you're here now. Save and return to the dawn of the first day. Yes, we shall. Been on here for quite a while. Almost an hour and a half at this point. So by playing the Ocarina of Time, we were able to progress time back to when we were first put under the curse by Skull Kid. Dawn of the first day. 72 hours remain. Oh.
What just happened? Everything has... started over.
Oh, good. The moon is not that close.
What are you anyway? That song you played, that instrument. That instrument! Wait, that's it, your instrument! The mask salesman said if you got back the precious thing that was stolen from you, he could return you to normal. Did you completely forget or what?
So yep, by playing the Song of Time, we were able to return back to 6 a.m. on the first day. Ha! Nice try, dog! But I played through this time before. I knew you were going to attack me then. So now that we finally have some more time to pay a visit to the masked salesman. Now that we have the ocarina back. Hey, buddy. Were you able to recover your precious item from that imp? Oh! You got it! You got it! You got it! You got it!
Then listen to me, please. Play the song I'm about to perform and remember it well.
Dude pulled out a giant organ just to play 3 notes. Really? Time for one of the most iconic songs introduced in this game. You played the Song of Healing. Oh man!
Well, kid, it's been fun. I'll see you later.
Yeah, the thing is, Jacob, you can play this game on the Switch too. It's available on the N64 service the game has. This is a melody that heals evil magic and troubled spirits, turning them into masks. I am sure it will be of assistance to you in the future. Ah yes, I give you this mask in commemoration of this day. Fear not, for the magic has been sealed inside the mask. When you wear it, you'll transform into the shape you just were. When you remove it, you will return to normal. The first of many. You got the Deku mask to keep as a memento. Press start to set it to the C buttons. Wear the mask with C to inhabit the body of a Deku. Press C again to return to normal. So with this, we now have the ability to freely switch between playing as a Hylian or as a Deku Scrub. It's going to be quite useful on this journey, I can tell you that. Now, I have fulfilled my promise to you. So, please, give me that which you promised me. Oh, right. Don't tell me. My mask. You did get it back, didn't you? What have you done to me? If you leave my mask out there, something terrible will happen! The mask that was stolen from me. It's called Majora's Mask. It's a cursed item from legend that's said to have been used by an ancient tribe in its hexing rituals. It's said that an evil and wicked power is bestowed upon the one who wears that mask. According to legend, the troubles caused by Majora's Mask was so great, the Ancient Ones, fearing such catastrophe, sealed the mask in shadow forever, preventing its misuse. But now, that tribe from the legend has vanished, so no one really knows the true nature of the mask's power. But I feel it. I went to great lengths to get that legendary mask. When I finally had it, I could sense the doom of a dark omen brewing. It was that unwelcome feeling that makes your hair stand on end. And now, that imp has it. I'm begging you, you must get that mask back quickly or something horrible will happen. I'm begging you, you must do it. Really? You'll do it for me? I was certain you would tell me that. You'll be fine. Surely you can do it. Believe in your strengths. Believe. So with that, we have our new mission. The Skull Kid has acquired Majora's Mask from the masked salesman and is using its power to wreak havoc upon this world. We've already got a glimpse of the destructive power the mask can bring and how much it has corrupted the Skull Kid now. So we gotta stop him at all cost.
That mask. The Skull Kid used the power of that mask to do those terrible things. Well, whatever it takes, we gotta do something about it. The swamp, mountains, ocean, and canyon that Tail was trying to tell us about. I bet he was referring to the 4 areas just outside town. There's one in each compass direction. But what do you suppose he meant by the 4 who are there? I have no idea. He always skips important stuff. I guess we should just go and find out. If we go for that gate straight ahead, we'll be heading into the direction of the swamp.
So yep, with our new mission at hand, our task now is to go out into the world and figure out how we can stop the Skull Kid from misusing Majora's Mask. However, we have just went through the entire 3-day cycle here, managed to return back to our Hylian form, I feel like this is a good point to end the session here. Managed to do some pretty good progress here, so it seems as good a time as any. For the record, if you want to save your game, instead of being able to do that from the menu, you have to play the Song of Time on the ocarina. Doing so will save all of your progress, but at the same time, going back to the start of the 3-day cycle will also remove all of your temporary items such as Deku Nuts, as well as all your rupees. So definitely bear that in mind if you are ever going to return back to the first day of the cycle. But yeah, with that, this is a good time as any to call things here. Managed to get our start in seeing what we can do here in Clock Town. And we'll definitely have a lot to do next time as we set off in order to stop Skull Kid. So thank you for joining me in this leg of our adventure. Next time, we'll get to see a lot more of Clock Town, as well as all the various things we can do both in and around this area. Until next time, have a good day and take care.